wonder why he got married, and these days, he's got himself a hit show. From Tyler Perry's For Better or Worse, it's Michael Jai White!
That's sexy.
I know. Plus, we're showing you some fun new recipes that use our favorite crunchy snack and little Logan's, potato chips! Trust me, these dishes are all that cheap. And later, our audience is going face-to-face to see whose photo game reigns supreme when Selfie Shakedown returns.
Yeah.
Let's get to it.
Me too.
Who's ready for some girl chat?
Me?
Me too.
What are we talking about today, Lana?
Yeah.
Look, ladies, I thought I was the #1 single in the world, but I may have found someone who has got me beat.
Who?
Emma Moreno from Italy was featured in the New York Times for being the oldest person in Europe at 115 years old.
No.
Wow.
Is she not the oldest person in the world?
Yeah.
Wait.
In Europe.
115?
115
Wow.
years old. But
Wow.
this is why she says she has lived this long.
Why come?
Why?
Because she has avoided men.
Well,
Really?
She said she was married back in 1938, and after that, she was done. She was like, I'm done. I'm done with men.
Wow.
And she says that, you know, because she hasn't had men in her life, she has lived this ripe old age, and she's still going strong. So, do y'all think that we should listen to our elders and avoid men to live longer?
Well, here's the thing. If you actually look at all the magazine articles that come out every month, it's always endless tips on how to deal with men.
and that's stressful, honey.
Yeah.
I got a
And
few
stress
grades
kills.
up in here because of men. I'm telling you, I think the article, when I read it, it was more so that, like, she probably has had interaction. She just didn't get in a serious relationship with a man
Or
again.
get married
Or
again.
get married again because men can be headaches.
Yeah.
Well,
Come
and
in line. Yeah.
the truth of the matter is, it doesn't matter how happy you are in a marriage or in a relationship, it's stressful.
Yes,
It is.
and
Yeah.
our stress
Yeah,
kills.
and I believe her philosophy. I believe her philosophy of, you know, I just don't want to get into a serious relationship. I just don't want to give up me.
You
and I
wanna
gotta
have fun.
date.
Yeah.
So if this is her philosophy and my philosophy is like her philosophy, now that I think about it, I might live to 215.
Yeah, I'm trying to
I might
tell
get
you.
to go.
You on to something.
Along with the stress of having a husband and having a family is the blessing of having, you know, children,
Yes.
grandchildren. I want to be surrounded by my grandkids
Yes.
and my kids when I'm that old.
And
But who
besides-
allowed
Yeah, that's
that one
even
thing?
more people to stress you out.
I
You
know,
what
but
I'm saying?
still, I'd rather it's worth it.
Well, see, we don't know. I think she's saying serious relationships, but like we said, we don't know.
Yeah.
She probably had children. She had people around her. It's not like she's just lonely and desperate. I
Right.
think that's the thing. When we
Yeah.
think she said avoid men, she's lonely and desperate. Evidently, she's not lonely and desperate.
Yeah.
Or I don't think, because I think that could stress you out and you could
Yeah.
die sooner too when
Lonely,
you're
yeah,
alone.
That is
lonely.
true.
And people have died
Of a broken heart.
But
No,
also,
they really have
they
it, guys.
have. But listen, let's flip it a little bit though, right?
Okay.
What if he's really nice and it's real good to you?
Okay.
Sometimes that can give you a heart attack too. So I feel on both ends of the spectrum.
Let me tell you guys ever seen the movie Eat, Pray, Love? Have you guys ever
Yes.
seen the movie?
Yes, I
Okay.
read the book.
Opening scene is Julia Roberts saying that she had a good friend that was like a psychologist or something and was going to Cambodia to help these people that were refugees. Their families had like been torn apart. They had watched some of their parents die in front of them, be killed. Horrible things had happened to them. And so her psychologist went there to help them because she's like, these people are going through it.
Right. Mhm.
And do you know what the women wanted to talk to her about? I was in a concentration camp. I met a boy there. He married my cousin, but I was in love with him. They wanted to talk about love after everything they had been through. And I think that there's something to say about that in the sense that, like, even if I don't live that long, I'd rather have a few years of something special
Yes.
than 115 of nothing.
To be loved and to love.
Yeah.
It's beautiful. It's worth
It
it.
drives me crazy.
It does drive me
It-
crazy.
I'm not gonna lie, I have had the most stress in my life because of love.
Yes.
True.
I could have been broke at some times in my life. I don't know what was going on, but the #1 thing was a man and in love.
Yeah,
If you actually imagine, fast forward to living to be 115 years old,
Not really.
would you rather be alone or would you rather be in love?
But with who?
Like
At
somebody-
115?
Yeah. Because think about all the things that you want to do when you retire and you're
But
sleeping.
now that
nobody's
we see
so
115
sad. 115. How do I know he's gonna gonna last
No,
till
I was saying,
115.
statistically, women live longer than men. You want to know why? They say because men are usually more stressed out.
See? And you know what? I don't care how long I live as long as I have a happy life.
Absolutely.
And even at 115, you can have a happy life.
You can.
mean, I know if I was to live 115, I would still be getting it on with men half my age. And they still be old, because at 115, that's still 70.
But wait, because we outlast the man, then that means I'm gonna have to mourn the loss of like the love of my life.
Yeah,
115, keep it in perspective. I'm
Yeah.
saying, it's not like you can go to Match.com and find your mate at 115. That's not gonna happen like that. It just don't work.
But you guys, she's probably living her life for
That's
herself.
valid. Wait
because
a
lot of the
minute.
time, women know, because a lot of the times when you get married, you know, we always have to think of our spouse.
Yeah.
Or
You
even
know,
if
and-
you just love a guy.
Yes,
and
you have
maybe-
to think of someone else. And when you have kids, you have to think of your kids' needs. Whereas when she's by herself, she's like, ew, it's my time. It's my time to do what I want to do
So
sitting
y'all
in
think
my
she
chair.
got 20/20 vision? She can look on Facebook.
My Auntie Carrie is 73, still be on Facebook.
73? That's normal.
You
have a
say a
question.
teenager?
Adrian has a
If
question.
you think about the biggest stress or what was the worst thing that went on in your life, does it have anything to do with a man?
It was a man.
Absolutely.
Saddest time in your life or something that really tragic happened? Did
I
that
went to jail. That was my saddest time.
Did that have anything to do because of a man?
Yeah.
Nah, it
It
wasn't.
wasn't
Y'all
because of a
know
man,
me.
honey.
Y'all know I don't
I
let
do.
men
I
worry
actually
me.
do know you very well.
Thank you.
Jeannie.
So,
The biggest stress of your life?
He broke my heart in 11th grade, and it took me a long time to get over.
Girl, I've had my heart broken quite a few times, and it was the stress of my life.
Yes.
see, that's
I have
different.
gray hairs because of this
Yes,
kind of stress.
No,
True.
I've stressed out a lot of men in my life. I know that much, you know.
Yeah, that
but
too.
them stressing me out, it ain't happening.
Really, Lonnie?
Lies. I don't believe it.
And you know what, too? Going back to what you said, though, Tamara, if
Yeah.
we just picture for a second, if this woman had no responsibilities with
Yeah.
children or a man to deal with or keeping up after him, especially if he's old and he's struggling, she is living her
At
life.
115.
Yes, you can roll yourself in that
No, you
wheelchair
can't.
and see the world.
No, you can't.
Yes, you can. The chip's out of the bag, and it's about time. Shake those glorious, salty crumbs off your fingers and listen up, because we've got some ways to cook with our favorite crunchers. I hope you're ready, because these recipes are all that and a bag of chips. Okay, Tamar, it's time for you to chip in. Get
It
it?
sure is, 'cause I'm so here for this. Okay, so everybody knows that I love my chips more than anything, all right? So I've got a way to eat them first thing. Now, everybody loves some hash browns with their eggs, right?
Yes.
Right.
Love,
well,
love.
my recipe is a chip off that old block. We're gonna whip up a potato chip quiche. Yes. So you start out by cooking some shallots in some olive oil. And then you're gonna put some eggs in a bowl. You're gonna whisk them up real good. And while you're whisking her up, you wanna put in some cheese, a little bit of rosemary, and some salt and pepper. And wait
What?
for it. You're gonna take you a handful of chips. Now this is a Tamar handful of chips, like this, and you're gonna crunch them up,
Oh,
but don't
my
make
goodness.
them real fine. You want a little crunching in your life. Then you put it in the pan with the shallots, honey.
Oh.
Yes, God, won't He do it? Hallelujah. And then you're just gonna stir that around for a few minutes, and then bam!
Ooh.
Say that don't look good.
All you need is some bacon and you'll be all right. All
Bacon
right.
would be perfect.
Now, I'm making some fish and potato chips. Yes, I am. First, you take some fish fillets and then you sprinkle a little pepper, a little salt on top of it like that. Give it a little seasoning. Then you take some mayonnaise, layer it. And then all you have to do, this is so simple. You crumble some chips on top. I like to use salt and vinegar to add the real flavor of
That's so good.
it. Let all of it out. Oh, yeah.
Can I
Yeah.
just have one line?
Okay. And this is actually acting as your batter. So once you battered it up, you just put it on here, tang, and you put it into the oven. You let it cook for 10 minutes at 400 degrees or until the fish is easily, flakes apart. Let me show you how it's going to look right here.
What it look like?
Okay.
It's the lunch time, all right?
Ooh,
Here you go. You're gonna love this. There you have it.
Oh, wow.
Fish and potato chips.
Here's how to make potato chip chocolate pie. Bet you never heard of that. Yes. Okay. So first, we're going to make a savory potato chip crust. You're going to put the chips in a food processor and pulse until you have only small crumbs left, like this. Right? Put a handful in there.
Those are just plain chips?
Plain chips, yes. You're going to just pulse it like this. Well, we're gonna pretend
Pam, just crank
that
it with your hands, though.
We're gonna, well, if you don't have a food processor, you're just gonna crumble them up, just like this.
Yeah, just like that. Won't you do it?
Next, you're gonna take the potato chip crumbs and mix with some melted butter and flour. Then you're gonna take that mixture and push it to the bottom of the pie pan to make a crust. And then you're gonna bake it for about 10 minutes. You're gonna let it cool, and when it's all done, it's gonna come out looking like this. Now, in a medium saucepan, combine evaporated milk. I love that sound.
Me too.
And some eggs. I don't know about y'all, but I like cracking eggs. Next, you're gonna stir it nonstop over medium-high heat until it thickens. Then you're gonna add chocolate pieces until they're all like melted together. So when that's done, it's gonna look like this. It's gonna come out looking exactly like this.
Wow.
Right? Isn't that cool? Then now we're just gonna add the mixture to the pie crust like that. And to top that off, we're gonna add some pistachios and some more crumbled up chips.
Yes, God.
Then you're gonna pop that in the fridge for about 3 hours. You can watch your favorite movie. And when it's done, you have a great way to beat any craving.
Uh-oh.
Go to the refrigerator.
You put it in the refrigerator?
Yes.
Wow.
You're gonna have a nice, sweet and salty potato chip chocolate pie. Check
That looks good,
Dang,
man.
Lonnie, you didn't even.
No, I want to taste this one.
That looks amazing. Y'all stole my fork.
I did.
And your stuff burning. That ain't cute.
Oh, you got
That
Thank
replaces
you,
my
Tamar.
get 'em girl, I
well,
think.
it's time to let the chips fall where they may and cook up some fun new dishes that are all that and a bag of chips.
Our next guest is simply Dynamite. This martial arts master on and off screen persona will make you love him for better or for worse. Please, everybody, welcome my good friend, the dangerously amazing Michael Jai White. Now, Michael, before you get comfy, you gotta go sit in the heel.
Okay.
Whatever lands on, you gotta answer
Okay.
it.
Yeah, okay. Okay. And go.
Whoa.
Do you see, honey?
No one is watching. I like to. I want to hear what you like
Me
to do.
too.
Okay. Being in LA, sometimes you go out to clubs and stuff,
Yeah.
and nobody's dancing. So I would just, as a protest, I do my own kind of dancing.
Oh,
I wanna see it.
I want to see. What do you mean your
Hit
own
some
kind?
music. Give me
Well,
music.
well,
Go, Michael. Go, Michael. Go, Michael. Oh, okay.
Michael! Michael!
That,
I would,
Scare the
I would just
bejesus
do,
out of me!
I would do the stupidest dance
Oh my gosh!
and not care, keep a straight face, and just say, I don't care what y'all doing. I'm just going to cut a fool because this is my life,
it.
and I'm just going to enjoy myself.
that's right.
I like that.
Have a good time.
I like that.
I'm here
We
for
are
that.
so happy you are here. And before we get started, you know, you say you kin folks to one of my co-hosts.
There's a possibility because somebody's mama named Evelyn, okay, me and Miss Tony, her older sister, used to hang out a lot. One day, back in the day when I was over the house, Tony's place, Evelyn comes walking in. The first time I ever met her, she walked in, took one look at me, and called Tony out of the bedroom and said, I don't know what y'all up to, but that's your cousin.
No way!
And we were like, oh, you must be crazy. What do you mean? She said, well, where are your people from? Are they from South
That's our
Carolina?
famous question.
And I was like, yeah, my people are from South Carolina. And he's like, what, Columbia, South? I'm like, yeah.
Oh.
And then it started getting a little scary.
Yep.
So you think you related?
We definitely related. I'm telling you.
She
Yeah.
called you out the bedroom, so that's
Just-
serious.
That was spooky.
Tell just
Yeah, because he
no
looked like
way.
your cousin Brian. And you know, usually when you look like one of your cousins, you are kinfolk, honey. Okay, they don't work like that.
Oh my God, that
Oh,
is
Miss Evelyn,
That
not
is
having no
so
kissing
cool.
cousins around here. All right.
All right, now, Michael, I'm a little excited because this is not your cousin, all right? You're not kissing your cousin. But you are engaged.
Right, right.
But,
Oh, beautiful. Wow. Beautiful.
but we do hear that you have made it quite permanent. How did you do that?
Well, I surprised her on her birthday, and 3 days before her birthday, I knew I was going to get this tattoo of her name on my ring finger. So, you know, when we get married, I'm never without the ring. I told her that I hurt my finger, and I put a splint, you know, I had a big thing on my finger
yeah.
3 days beforehand. I tricked her into signing her name, you know, like signature practice or
Right.
whatever. But I got her signature put on my
Oh,
finger. It was.
can't
It's
get up
still a
to
little
it.
bit swollen right now.
It's really cute.
That is so cool.
Michael, that's amazing.
But see, what I did, you know, over breakfast, I complained about my finger. I said, "Baby, could you take the cast off?"
Yeah.
And she took it off, and then she saw.
What was her reaction?
Well, you know, she was very overwhelmed, and
That's really sweet.
Well, the new season of Tyler Perry's For Better or Worse premieres on March 27th.
Great! I can't wait. I
Yes.
love the show.
So, what crazy shenanigans can we expect from Mr. and Mrs. Williams this season?
well, there's going to be a lot of surprises this time. I mean, Marcus gets to, you know, rough up somebody, one or two people.
Okay,
But
well-
there's you know, it's going to be a lot of surprises each episode.
Now we're here with our favorite ninja kung fu fighter, Michael Jai White. Yes. Who's telling us all about Tyler Perry's For Better or Worse. Now, Michael, we know you're a martial artist, right? Yes, you are. But exactly how experienced are you?
Well, I've been doing martial arts for close to 40 years now.
What?
40 years? You don't look 40.
What level are you at?
Well, I have my 8th black belt.
What?
Yeah.
Wow.
All right, then. So we set up a ninja training course, and we want you to be our sensei and lead us through. So are you guys ready to play?
All right, now Adrian and I are up first. Show us how to maneuver roadblocks.
Okay, follow me.
Let's go.
All right, you got to be real slick, and you got to climb under barbed wire.
Yeah.
Okay, just
we
like
can do
this,
We can do this. Got you. Okay, here we go. Here we go.
like that.
All right,
Now, you go.
You gotta move your other leg, Adrian.
What? Stay with it.
You doing the back
We're
drop?
doing backstroke.
You can do it.
That's not ninja.
Yeah.
I did it.
Okay, there you go.
How do we master the art of moving around without being seen?
Well, you have to just be stealth and see this piece of wood? You have to be one with the wood. You walk, right? And if you get caught or if somebody comes around, you have to be one with the wood. So,
I have no balance.
one with the wood right now.
Okay.
See?
Oh.
And then you get off, strike the pose.
Oh, diva ninja. Ooh.
Lonnie, you gotta finish. There you go, Lonnie. Okay, show me what to do if I run into a mean guy in a dark alley and I have no weapons.
Okay, what you do?
Yes,
is-
I'm gonna go over here.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go over
Where
here.
go?
Here's the mean guy.
Mean guy.
You turn around, as soon as you see him, you take your foot and you hit him in the head.
Hit him in the head.
Just like this.
Here at The Real, we love us a good selfie.
Oh,
Don't
yeah.
you know it? I mean, have you guys taken a look at my Instagram account?
I've liked plenty of pictures from your Instagram account.
Exactly. I mean, honestly, we know you all have some great selfies too. So let's take a look. It's time for Selfie Shakedown, sponsored by Boost Mobile. Boost Mobile knows our audience has no selfie control. So before the show, we checked out our audience's Instagram accounts, and let me tell you guys have some really great selfies posted.
Very proud.
Give yourselves a
Very
round of
proud.
applause. I was impressed. Well, we're gonna shuffle through your selfies and pick 4 of you to face off. The audience will then decide who will be crowned today's selfie queen or king and have their selfie displayed on thereal.com.
Okay, guys, are you ready? Round 1. Let's find out who's playing.
Hit it, girl. Right now we've got Bree and Oscar. Where are you? Hey!
So cute! Oh, you guys are gorgeous. Okay, so Adrian, here we have the Battle of the Aviators.
That's right.
Audience, do you think it's Bree? Could it also be Oscar? Oscar, you won that round!
Get down here! Hey, high five.
Good job!
All right.
It's time for the next round.
Hit it. Who do we have?
Okay, it's going to be Nicole and Aja. Where you at?
Where you at? All right. Who thinks Nicole should move on to the final round? Give it up for her. So what do you guys think about Aja? I like that face.
We can't even hear because the winner is Aja.
Aja, come on down! That face was everything. I like it. I
Really
love
hot.
that
Okay.
face. Okay. So you'll each use one of these phones. We're gonna put 5 seconds on the clock, and you only have those 5 seconds to capture your best selfie.
Ready, set, selfie!
5, 4, 3, 2.
That's it.
That's it.
Here we
Hand
go.
him over. Hand him over. Hand him over.
Are these guys pros or what?
Yeah.
Check it out. That's our audience, guys. If you think Oscar is the selfie king, make some noise.
All right.
Okay.
Now, if you think Aja is the selfie queen, let's hear it! All right, we have a winner, you guys. By a photo finish, the crown for today's Selfie Shakedown goes to Aja!
Hey! So, for being so selfie fabulous, Aja, you are going to take home a Samsung Galaxy Prevail LTE with service for 12 months.
That is so awesome. All right, but don't fret, Oscar. We got you. We're going to hold you down here at the Real because you are getting a real T-shirt.